bench, and Vogelbach for many runs. And we're going to get a diamond out of a standard. Another standard pack, we're going to get another diamond. The fourth inning now where it's 2-0 and Buster Posey the other way. What I tell you guys, the first Charlie Blackmon does not care if you're a young stud throwing gas.
So we left off with one special pack left in our inventory from the previous stream. We're gonna rip that open before we hop in. Before we did that, we were just taking a look at the team and how it was looking before we finished it off. Since we had such good pack luck in the last Twitch Squads episode, we decided to just open up a ball as a habit, not get too crazy, even though last time we did this, we got 99 Buster Posey anyway. This time, we're gonna get a gold beast in Will Smith. Look at his stats with the original Pack Squads team. He's a great add to this bullpen. So we're gonna go ahead and get him on the squad and hop straight into game number 1. Remember, we play Twitch Pack Squads live on stream every Saturday night. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Do not miss the action. We got to deal with Bob Feller in game number 1. First batter flies out to center. Chris Sale's on the mound for us. Second batter's gonna hit a little blooper on the infield. Buster Posey makes a nice play for out number 2. And then with 1 runner on and 2 down, Ralph Kiner comes in and he's gonna fly out just shy of the warning track and right. Tried to go the other way, nothing doing, and that'll do it for the first. We're gonna skip now into the 5th. I had a really hard time with Bob Feller in the early innings of this one, but thankfully Chris Sale was dealing for us. Gets a strikeout and then a fly ball to center, and then with 2 outs and an 0-2 count, gonna get a fly ball out to left. So Sale is through 5 innings, clean as a whistle. We're gonna try and strike here. Buster Posey comes in, base knock back up the middle, brings up Eddie Rosario, who gets a fastball up and in, and he turns on it. We were just a smidge under that, but timing was perfect, and it goes about 5 rows back in right field for a 2-run bomb. It gives us the lead. So we go into the 6th. He keeps Bob Feller in the game here, grounds out right back up the middle to Chris Sale for the first out of the inning. Next man up is Barry Larkin. He's going to try and bunt to get a runner on. He bunts it right up in the air on the infield. Just not really smart in that situation. Next man up, Sandberg. I mean, I understand it. Maybe trying to get a base runner, get something going. You've been struggling with Sale, but you got to rip a gap and be a spark plug. Barry Larkin with that speed can turn a single into a double. Instead, he pops it up on the infield. Next batter hits a single and then gets backdoored at first base. He thought about going to second, but then he had to go back. But we got him. Picked him off there at first base, and he quits right afterwards. So we get another special pack. We got a handful of packs to open, but unlike the last handful of videos or the last handful of games and streams, we did not have good pack luck after this first game. Blake Treinen's the only guy we're going to add to the squad. We're going to save that special pack for later, and we're going to jump straight into game number 2. Noah Syndergaard versus AJ Burnett. Keep your eye on Noah Syndergaard. On the road in this one, if we win this game, we will be 9-0. We're at PNC Park on the road, looking to win another one. We've yet to lose on the Twitch Pack Squads. I'm trying to get all the way to at least Championship Series without losing a game. We're going to fly out with Brendan Rodgers to start it off. Trey Mancini then comes up, grounds out the shortstop. 2 quick outs to start this one off. And then Bellinger with 2 outs, nobody on. He's going to hit a missile. Batting just 180 with Cody Bellinger, and it's because of swings like that one right there. Just can't seem to get anything to fall with that card early on. So we get nothing in the first. In the bottom half, after 1 out, we're going to get a ground ball to shortstop. That'll be the second out. Very similar to the top half of the inning. Mike Trout now in a 1-1 count with 2 outs. And he's going to get a little base knock to sneak through on the left side. So with 2 outs, he's going to get a base runner, courtesy of Mike Trout. But he does nothing with it. We're going to go into the second now. Mitch Garver comes in, line drive outs. Right, there's the first base hit of the game for us. Brings up Stanton. He hit that ball even harder than Garver's single, but it's right at the left fielder for an out. Next man up is Chris Bryant with 1 out. And KB out to left. It's over the left fielder's head, and it's going to bounce high up off the wall for a double. It'll give us runners on second and third with 1 out for Buster Posey, who hits a ground ball that sneaks through on the left side. The problem is I thought the third baseman was going to cut it off, so I told the runners to go back, which means we now have the bases loaded. But there's only 1 out for Eddie Rosario. We're going to have a chance until we pop it up on the infield. Worst thing we could have done in that situation, pop up or a strikeout. Brings up Noah Syndergaard Syndergaard, who clutches up the starting pitcher. Syndergaard hits pretty good in real life, snaps a ground ball right back up the middle for a 2-run single with 2 outs. He backs up Eddie Rosario, helps himself out on the mound, and he gets us our first 2 runs of the game. We then fly out to right to end the inning, and of course, we stranded a few runners. We had an opportunity to have a big inning there. Thankfully, Noah Syndergaard came through. Bottom of the second, flies out to center, lines out to first, and now with 2 outs, 2 on, A.J. Burnett's going to strike out swinging at that pitch down and in to end the inning. We're going to skip to the bottom of the third now. We did nothing in the top half. First batter's going to ground out to third. Bellinger then comes up, also grounds out to third. Let somebody else play. 2 batters later, after a single, Frank Thomas comes in. We're going to jam him up and in, but that's a great swing on a good pitch. It does not get down, however, but a good swing by Frank Thomas, and that'll do it for the inning. Going to skip ahead again. Noah Syndergaard, obvious player of the game in this one. Dyson, pitching at his best when runners are on base, and my opponent's going to be threatening again. It'll be second and third after the double down the line with nobody out. We're going to get a pop-up shallow right field. Second base will make the play. 1-2 count to the next batter, Johnny Bench, and tell me that doesn't look familiar. Back-to-back pop-ups in the same exact spot gives us 2 outs, and then A.J. Burnett comes up and strikes out at a slider off the plate, and that'll do it for the fourth. 2 in scoring position, nobody out, but he cannot come through. We keep our 2-0 lead. We go into the 5th where Noah Syndergaard gets another base hit. This one leads off the inning. Rogers comes up and follows that up with a hard line drive into the gap in right center. Sends Syndergaard over to third. We got runners on the corners with nobody out, and Trey Mancini down the line in right for an RBI double. It'll move the runner up to third. We'll have second and third with nobody out now. We're up 3-0 and we're threatening for more. Cody Bellinger steps in, lined out earlier. This time he does not miss. That ball is smoked into the gap. It'll go all the way to the wall for a 2-run double. We've been smashing the ball with that card. It was a matter of time before they started the fall. Bellinger gets an RBI double. Garver's going to come up then afterwards and hit an RBI single back up the middle. So Bellinger comes around the score, gives us another run. It's 6-0 now. Bases loaded for Eddie Rosario with 1 out, and he's going to ground out to second base. That'll be a routine 4-6-3 double play. We've stranded like 6 runners in this game. Somehow we still have a 6 spot. Just a ton of hard contact, getting runners on base. Unfortunately for Noah Syndergaard, the first run he gives up is going to be on an error in the outfield. So that's his first run of the game, 6-1. But Noah Syndergaard was mad about it. He comes up and he gets a double down the line the other way. He's now 3 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, 2 singles, and he's pitched great on the mound. Rogers then comes up, hits a ground ball back up the middle. That'll move Noah Syndergaard over to third base. And with 1 out, Trey Mancini, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI, is going to rip one into the gap the other way. Trey Mancini's opposite field swing is as glitchy as they come. Doing damage, that's an RBI single, gets us that run right back. It's now 7-1. We'll skip into the 7th, where Garver's going to take a walk to lead off the inning. That's always dangerous. Leadoff walks are bad for momentum. Giancarlo Stanton comes in next, and he smokes. Wait a minute. Was that a check swing blooper? That's the luckiest hit I've gotten all year. We follow that up with a Chris Bryant moonshot out to right that is actually caught on a leap at the wall. So we got lucky on the Stanton hit, but then he gets it right back on an amazing play in right field, doubles us up at second base, and Posey's going to come up and smash one out the center. That would have scored a run. Instead, it'll give us first and third with 2 outs, where Eddie Rosario is going to hit a missile out to center. Eddie Rosario, he's left like 5 or 6 runners on base just himself in this game. Lines out there to strand 2 more. It's 7-1. We're going to go into the bottom of the 7th. He grounds out to lead off the inning, but then the next 2 batters reach. So he's got first and second with 1 out. Frank Thomas in. Frank Thomas going to fly out to right. He's going to attempt to move up to third here with the 83 speed. Noah Syndergaard has pitched phenomenal with runners on base, and he's going to get out of this one on a beautiful relay. Gets the runner at third base. Should have slid in hand first. He maybe would have got there, is what it is. But the story of this one, as I said, continues. Noah Syndergaard down the line again. He's now 4 for 4, 2 singles, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and he's pitched 7 innings, and his only run he's given up was unearned on an error in the outfield. It is now 8-1. Mancini again deep out to right center field. This is going to hop up over the wall for a ground rule double. It's an RBI, and then Stanton with a Stantonian bomb out to dead center off the batter's eye above the ivy. Just a smash to dead center. Gives us a 10-run lead. Pujols steps in the lead off the 8th. Surprisingly, a 3 for 3. Well, actually, not that surprising. He's had a ton of base runners. He's just left most of them on. Pujols is going to ground out to start the inning off. Next batter, Ketel Marte's finest, comes up, gets a base knockout to left. 2 batters later, he's got 2 on with 1 out, 3-2 count to Johnny Bench. He pops it up. So we're 1 out away from our mercy rule here, which will give us another pack and another dub, and we're going to get a strikeout on Yelich. We brought Will Smith out to finish it off. He does just that. So we get a ton of packs. I mean a ton of packs. 18 hits, 11 runs. We hit a home run, couple stolen bases, 3 strikeouts, a ton of packs to open. But the best part about it, we get a special pack for the mercy rule. We get a special pack for the 10 runs scored, and we already had a special pack from the last game. So we now have 3 special packs to open after just the second game of this stream. But first, we'll open the standard packs. Our first gold of this video is gonna be none other than one of my favorite players in Major League Baseball. We're gonna roll them out here. I love letting the animation play even on these gold players because there's a chance we're still gonna use them. I love that this time of year. Aaron Nola, one of my favorite pitchers in baseball. Sadly, we already have him though on Twitch Pack Squad, so we're not going to be able to add him to the team. We already got him, but that's okay. We get a double gold pack later in the standards. Kyle Schwarber, Yuli Gurriel, 2 new cards to the inventory. Kyle Schwarber's a good stick to have. Later in the pack opening, we're going to keep this string rolling. We're going to open up all 3 special packs after this game. Aaron Hicks, new gold. We're going to add there. And that's going to do it for the standard pack. So we get 4 golds out of the standard packs. And now we're going to open up 2 finest packs. And I believe a ball is a habit with our 3 specials. Our first finest pack is going to give us the 95 Ohtani-san. He'll be added to the bench. We'll use him as a pinch hitter, specifically against righties. I think I'm going to put him in over Bryce Harper. Now we'll open the set 2 finest pack. What diamond will we get here? We're going to let it play out. 90 hits. 48 RBIs, 43 runs. We still have another special pack after this one from the Minnesota Twins. Yep, you guessed it. We're already getting duplicates. We've opened, what, 3 finest packs? We're already getting duplicates. It's Mitch Garver. He already plays first base for us. What am I supposed to do with him? I mean, it is what it is. We'll sell them and use the stubs towards standard packs. The last standard pack we're going to open, it wasn't a ball and as a habit. It was the April Player of the Month pack, and we end up getting, I believe it's Caleb Smith out of this pack. So 2 diamonds and a gold out of the 3 special packs. The team is now updated. We have no more special packs. We're going to hop into a 3rd game of the stream. Usually I'll play more than 3 games, but we had ESL qualifiers prior. I was actually already 5 hours into this stream by the time we started. And we do not get this thing going well here in game number 3. Mike Trout's going to hit a solo shot out to left that will break the scoreless tie. Now the bottom of the 2nd, looking to get it back. Chris Bryant's going to do just that. KB17 with an oppo bomb, right center field. Goodbye. Next man up, Buster Posey. He's going to barrel one into the guy. Buster Posey has smoked the ball for us since we picked him up. Not a card I've used very much this year. Love that we got to try him out in this one, in this series. So he's in scoring position when Eddie Rosario comes up and pokes one out to left. The left fielder makes the play, but he fell over, tripped over his own feet when he did pick that ball up. So Posey's going to score easily. We end up taking the lead. 2 batters later, Brandon Rogers going to ground out to 3rd base. I thought about going to 3rd. I told him to say it 2nd, but he still came way back off the bag. One of those animations they got to clean up with base running. So he comes off the bag. He's out at 2nd. We squander an extra base runner. And of course, the very next run scored in this game is going to be a little bleeder that drops. 28 speed, going to score from 2nd base. We are now tied again at 2. It's the top of the 4th. Russell Martin hits that ball pretty well out to left, but right at our left fielder. That's going to give us 2 outs now, and he ends up squandering the rest of it. So he leaves 2 runners on in the 4th. We're going to skip into the 5th. Joe Morgan with 1 out gets a ground ball base hit back up the middle. Next man, Cody Bellinger. Hard ground ball to 2nd. Luckily for him, he was running a hit and run. So it's not a double play ball. Just get that 1 runner at first base. But he does have a runner in scoring position for Tim Anderson, who is 0 for 2 to this point. 2 outs with that runner on 2nd. Rick Ankiel had pitched pretty well at this point, but that's just gonna hook down the line. Tim Anderson with the RBI single. He will be out at 2nd trying to advance on the throw. He takes the lead, but we're gonna get it back.
In the bottom of the 6th, Cody Bellinger goes the other way and gone. I told you, everything we hit with that Bellinger card is hit hard. Just a matter of finding gaps or finding bleachers. We tie it up at 3. We go into the 8th. He gets a leadoff base hit, brings up Nolan Arenado. Pretty much the same exact hit. We were getting singled to death in this one. Back-to-back singles in the 8th, puts 2 on with nobody out. Frank Thomas then going to fly out to left field. That'll be the first out of the 8th inning. Ted Williams then steps in. Scary at bat there against anyone, but he pops up on the infield. We then go to Liam Hendricks in the game there with Russell Martin stepping in. He's going to chop one to third, and that'll do it for the inning. So he has 2 on, nobody out. He does nothing with it. We go into the 9th. Jose Reyes starts the top of the 9th with a line drive out to right. Very next batter, Ichiro's going to get one to bleed. And that's a scary hit right there, because that's the kind of hit where the wheels kind of fall off. You got to maybe get your pitcher out of the game. We do just that. We went to Jose Alvarado on Joe Morgan, get that lefty-lefty, and Joe Morgan smashes one out to right. I missed my spot with the 2-seam there. It ends up out over the plate, so he hits a single out to right. He's now got runners on the corners. 2 batters later after a strikeout, we got an 0-1 count, and he smacks one to center. Clutch 2-out hit there in the 9th to give him the lead. We're going to have to do damage in the bottom half of the 9th. We got to tie this thing up, or else we're going to be facing our first loss of the series. He tried to play around with us on the bases after we made that play in the outfield, but we are going to end up getting him at third base here. We're going to run him back up the baseline with Posey, and we get him at third, so he just gets the 1 run. That's all he gets. First pitch at the bottom of the 9th from Trevor Hoffman, and Ohtani, son, welcome to the squad. The first pitch he sees on Twitch Pack Squads is a moonshot to tie the game. Clutch hitting in the bottom of the 9th. Now we go to the bottom of the 10th, where Charlie Blackmon, Chuck Nasty. I was wearing my Charlie Blackmon jersey for the stream, and I could not have been more excited about that walk-off homer. Cody Bellinger gets player of the game. His home run tied it. Pretty much, got us back in the game after that blooper gave my opponent the lead. Huge. We have yet to lose. We're undefeated through 3 episodes of Twitch Squads. We get Juan Soto as a gold out of our packs at the end of game 3, but that wouldn't be the last gold that we get. We're going to pull out another one. We drop it in, and it's an upgrade to our bullpen. It's Dylan Betances, the new New York Met. We're going to add him to the bullpen. That's all we would get out of those packs. So we have no special packs remaining. The team has been significantly upgraded over the last 2 episodes. Remember, this series is going to move a little bit faster than regular pack squads because we're playing 3, 4, 5 games at a time. The team's looking pretty good right now, but we could still use some serious upgrades all over the place, especially to the pitching staff. If you guys are excited for more Twitch pack squads, the link to my Twitch is in the description. Shoot me a follow and come hang out. We'll be live every Saturday night playing Twitch pack squads. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to make some serious upgrades this weekend. I'm pumped. Follow me on Instagram at Real Shelfie. I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'm out.
In the lineup.
Hey.
So we're going to put Matt Chapman at first base for his debut. We're also going to debut the 99 JT Realmuto behind the plate. We left off with 37.3 thousand stubs in the bank, 0 special packs. Got a good W against a troll in the last video. My man had us in polo grounds with the rain on. He was running his pause timer down, holding R2 when he was batting, bunt dancing, calling time, you name it, he was doing it. But we